I wonder if we should build a poison build today. There's the beast of a sword. Holy crap, this sword is so good for a poison build. Yeah, it's kind of stupid on this level to do it because we can level up. I mean, we did do an AP build already. It's not my preferred way of playing, but hey, you know what? Vault Hunter supports having multiple builds. So let's just do it. So what we want to do is load our default. So we'd be a toxic reaction build. I should know this build pretty well, but there are some new talents added that we may be able to play with. The core here is that we maximize Poison Nova and Toxic Reaction. These are the two engines of this build. We then want to have Fire Shot, at least 2 levels probably. We don't probably need more. Right now, before the nerf of Storm Arrow, it is so incredibly strong that it would be stupid not to take it. That's a good time to nerf anything, is when it's just too good to not take, right? And some supporting talents here will probably... Arcana seems to be very strong. We'll spend 8 points there. Let's see here. We don't need strength. We want intelligence instead because it's extra AP. And the rest is honestly just support at this point in time. We could very well go Smite. It's quite strong with this build because Smite can transfer on hit effects. But we can wait with the last 19 points for now. There's probably something I forgot. Now, in terms of cards, we have a lot of Poison Nova cards, and I want to see how well it scales. I think the Prime Amp is actually going to be insane here, now that I think about it. Let's take some Prime Amp, because Prime Amp increases radius, which means that we're going to get more things poisoned. It does affect clouds as well as Poison Nova. So yeah, let's take that for now, 40%. And let's build a card deck for this. I think we have a lot of Poison Nova cards. I feel like we have collected a few. Yeah, look at this. Okay, so 1 to 5 yellow cards. These are the best to start with. Green column resource cards. Okay, that's questionable. 2 to 6 yellow cards. So these, okay, they go kind of well together there. 2 to 6 stat cards. That might be a bit hard to fit in, not gonna lie. And is that it? Man, it felt like I had so many just a second ago. Then the other thing is Storm Arrow, which at the moment is completely busted. 1 to 6 resource cards. Very easy to trigger. Holy crap. 2 to 5 stat cards might be hard to trigger. Same there. Between 1 to 6 red cards, yeah. And 2 to 5 blue cards. Okay, so a bit of a spread there. Let's see. Do we want anything more in Fire Shot? I don't think it's necessary, but maybe. And then, of course, we want AP cards, right? And we do need some stat cards. 1 to 5 yellow cards, and we have 1 yellow card there. This one needed some stat cards. Okay, so we're probably going to want to pick up a couple of these. And let's assemble it here. So this doesn't have a row requirement. This doesn't have a row requirement. So now if I put that in, we get 2 levels of Poison Nova already. 2 to 6 stat cards, that's going to be harder to fit, as I say. And this was a column card. Yeah, column resource cards. Okay. At least 3. So it has to be on a big column here. There was another one with at least 1, I think. 1 to 6 resource cards. Okay, that's perfect. That's super easy. So we're going to have to do 3 resource cards. And we're probably a killer build here. So let's do plating for mobs killed. Horde mobs killed. Sure. Horde mobs killed. Sure. Okay, none of them are yellow. I think that's important as well. So these go here. That triggers that Poison Nova as well. No. Green. Oh, they have to be green. My bad. Okay, do we have a green card that we like? Yeah, that one. So that triggers the Nova. Both of these are active. This one is not active because we only have 1 stack card. But if we were to put another stack card in, we're now limited on the yellow. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now we have 4 levels in Poison Nova. 2 to 5 stack cards. This should just slot right in right now. And so should this. And 1 to 6 red cards. And it's a red card itself. There we go. 2 to 5 blue cards. Okay, this one is going to be a bit tricky because we're already at 4. But yeah, you can see the insane levels we get here. Holy crap. And I didn't see any evolution card limiters. We kind of want ability power. But I don't think that these are bad either. Green column card. I think we might actually want some mana regen as well. And I only have 1 Evo mana regen card. But we can probably fit a few, like, just base cards. So for each row evolution card. Okay, so let's say that this is our evolution row. That doesn't change anything. 4 and 5. 4 and 5. Okay, we're good so far. So what other evolution cards would fit there without ruining the coloring? I think blue was fine. Row evolution card. Here we go. That card is great. Put that there. Upgrade this one immediately. Triggers off of itself and triggers off of that. We do want blue cards. Can I search like this? I can. Okay, so let's look at stat blue. Can we just like chuck in some resistance cards maybe? Some movement speed cards maybe? Maybe an armor card? Did we have anything that was against blue? Oh yeah. Oh my goodness. Okay. 2 to 5 blue cards. There it is. Okay. And then we had, yeah, stat card limiter. Okay. Well, you know what? Let's start here because 4 levels of Poison Nova is quite insane. So I think this is probably a good start. 270% versus 190%. That's a lot more damage. Now for the gear. So first things first, the key for this build is going to be 2 items. If you don't have these 2 items, this build is not going to function as well. One key is a legendary chaining sword with 8 chaining and poison cloud as high as you can possibly get. Now 3 is perfect. The other thing you want on this sword is not actually damage, but as much attack speed as possible. Now because this has an empty prefix, the dream here is to craft like high tank damage or high dungeon damage, because that transfers to spells as well. I think maybe I'll do assassin damage. Okay, then another key to this build is, of course, a sword that you like. Now, we're not actually going to swing with this, so maybe we do the alien blade for this. The second most important thing, I said 2 keys here. The second important thing is a wand that also has poison on hit. Now, ideally, we would like this to also have plus levels to Poison Nova. That would be great. There's a Poison Cloud. That's Poison Cloud 5, but it is a scrappy. It's a scrappy boy. I mean, I could spend a Pyretic focus on this because we're doing maximum funsies. And get a prefix here. And then I can craft, I think, the ability power onto it. Now, this is not optimal, of course. You want this to have percentaging, Poison Nova as well. But yeah, it has perfect ability power by base. The durability is kind of bad, though. Maybe we throw in a roll here. Okay, fine. That'll do for now. That's our wand. And I think Poison 5 is better than having poison +1 poison and Poison 3. I think this serves the build better because Poison 5 triggers more often than Poison 3. And that's what we want. We want them to trigger as many times as possible. Now for the gear. What's important? Let me think. On the chestplate, we could get +2 to poison levels. Let me write down a list and we can share this in chat because I think people will like this. So for prefix priority, we want AP, we want +2 Poison Nova, we want probably resistant, actually I'm going to do this different. Armor, health, I think in this order, and then 1 piece res instead of AP%. That depends on how good you are at staying away, but I think that's important. So our highest priority is AP%, followed by armor, and followed by Poison Nova levels, but this is a very rare roll. And then on the suffix, it gotta be mana regen. Now, people are saying cooldown. I think not. I think effect duration is better than cooldown. Cooldown comes third. It depends on how the fire shot feels, right? It depends on how much we do with fire shot, but we should do this as well. Implicits is AP, armor on all of them. Helmet should have the AoE. Yep, you're right. I still think that's less important than CDR and effect duration because we get it from other sources. Okay, so let's start with maybe this chestplate here. It has a decent amount of repairs, good durability, and let's try and hit these stat priorities. So if we look at the prefixes, we want to land AP%, Poison Nova, Armor, Health. So currently this has 1 of those. So I feel like it's worth rolling with this. Okay. Okay. That's good. That's good. We said that we wanted CDR on at least 2 pieces. Unfortunately, at this level, I kind of need it on 3 pieces. But yeah, now we want Armor and we want Health on the prefixes. So I wonder if the crafting can help us here. If I craft mana... No, I should do this. If I craft knockback resistance, then I can't randomly roll it. And so we got armor instead. Okay. And now I can craft the health, which I think is good. I think this is a good start. Now the suffixes are kind of kept. We definitely need mana regen. Mana regen is number 1. There we go. And at this point, we may want a chaotic. Yeah. Because that's important. Okay, I would say the mana regen needs to be about 50% for this to be viable. But this is a start. I say this a lot. We need to start somewhere. We don't have any gear at the moment. That's bad. That's bad. Okay, that's effect duration, but 2 other dead stats. Oh, and also we're gonna run out of plating. So yeah, we gotta be a little bit conservative, I guess. CDR. Mana regen. I wanna hit 2 of 3 here, right? This might be dead. We could go and look for more chest plates. Actually, we should use the faceted focuses. I forget about these all the time. Yeah. Okay. Okay, good. Kind of want to get rid of that ice bolt, huh? So I think it's good to have resistance on one piece. I don't think that mana roll is important for us, though. There we go. There we go. That's the prefixes we want. You know what? Let's spend one of these, boys. Maximum funsies. There we go. Now we can craft max CDR on this. And then this is actually good. Yeah. Okay, so I think what we do here is take these and take these. And these actually, look at the prefixes. The prefixes are actually good here, right? The suffixes are not good enough, though. Yeah, we may stop there. We may stop there because our plating is running out. 24 ability power on the base, though. It's kind of low. But if we stop here and add health to them, then I think they're fine for starters. Right, so boots next. So even though I think that effect avoidance is probably better for us, I think that this is kind of what we want to do here, right? These are going to need a little fundy roll. And I'm going to be looking for AP above 25. There. Okay. With the respect of resources, I think we have to stop there and craft on mana regen. It's actually not too bad. And then a hat. 74% mana regen. I am worried about the mana regen to start this build. That one. Potentially. It has a lot of potential. We kind of wanted one roll with resistance. Oh, I can actually craft perfect armor. Okay. So we won't be able to get AP. So we want health here. Nice. Definitely not perfect. We only have one of the suffixes that we said about. But as I say, it's a start. So in total, this is interesting, right? In total, I think we're missing some interesting things with the wand here. We kind of need a wand with CDR. It's just that the poison cloud there is so good. But yeah, we are missing a lot of CDR on the wand. But that's okay. Like, we can be looking for it. Like, imagine one that has AoE, poison cloud, and CDR on the suffixes. I think this is a feather build. I think that the feather will work good with this build. Listen up, people, because people misunderstand this. In a perfect Poison Nova build, you should never need to cast Poison Nova. Okay? Poison Nova is extremely expensive on mana, and we don't want to cast it ever. But yeah, we do have some extra skill points, and we should never have to cast Poison Nova. This is where people get it wrong. Now, what I think is good, I think Battle Cry is really good. So I think we're going to invest into this and Spectral Cry. This makes all of your AP, which we have 208 of, into attack damage for one attack. So you can see I did a lot of damage on that one hit. As I said, Smite is also very good for this build. We'll try it. We'll try it. We'll try it. I think whatever we take is luxury skills. Let's take Hunter then. Yeah, let's just take a luxury Hunter and see how we do. Now, what do we want to run here? Probably just a normal vault where we can kill some mobs and just test this out. I just want to test this. We have the poison sword. I just want to see how powerful this is. Again, a good Poison Nova build never casts Poison Nova, and I think the way you play these, we're not going to be great at killing tanks, by the way. A way to play these is to spawn in probably the entire or the majority of the room, and then do everything in one big sweep. We should keep an eye on mana. We should keep an eye on survivability. These type of things are important, of course. But the whole premises of it is to... This is a bad room for testing. Is to shoot a couple of fireballs, and that should be enough. Or fire shots. Okay, one thing I'm noticing is that my fire shot does very little damage. That's because of my AP. But there we go. That's what is supposed to happen. Of course, I could do that. I mean, it's okay. The damage is a little bit low, but it's definitely working. feel like we need more levels in fire shot. I didn't think that actually. Oh, I shot him in the face. Sorry, pilot. We also have the wrong potion. We don't need this potion at all. Ooh, jackpot from wooden. As I say, killing tanks with this build without smite, which I also think I said is a good addition for this, is not going to be easy. And of course, the first room contained 5,000. Oh my lord, 5,000 tanks. Okay, so the cooldown feels okay. Damage definitely a bit low. So why should I never cast Poison Nova with a Poison Nova build? Well, of course you can, but the build that I'm doing is a Toxic Reaction build. Poison Nova gets cast automatically without costing mana when we kill someone that's poisoned. That's why the Poison Cloud on the main hand and the offhand is important. The chaining is there to chain the Poison Cloud effect so that instead of having one chance, so 5% or whatever it is, 7% on Poison Cloud 3, times 2, instead of having like 14% chance per mob, we have that times 8 because we got 8 chains, right? And what's 14 times 8 is probably over 100%, which means that we're probably going to spawn in a Poison Cloud or 2 every time we do Fire Shot in a big group of mobs. That's the premises of the build. Now the damage is a bit low at the moment. We need more AP. Because we also do need to get one mob killed so that the rest of them fall. You see that? And that's also a Fire Shot thing. But as you can see, it's pretty damn efficient to kill large groups of mobs. So what I'm feeling is we need more initial damage. We need to be able to kill the first mob faster. It takes like 4 shots at the moment. The way to do that is to increase the levels in Fire Shot. But yeah, you can see, I mean, they die afterwards. But yeah, I mean, we're definitely clearing the mobs, right? Is anyone like excited about this build? Is there anyone watching being like, huh, this actually works? Is there any eye-opener? Because I love an eye-opener. Maybe you can use Sword to get Poison Cloud and use Fireball, not Fire Shot, to one kill mob and just use Poison Nova. Yeah, that's probably a decent alteration. I'm a big fan of the range playstyle with this build, because it means that you can be less careful and stuff like this. Because my AP is low, I need more here, which is going to drain more mana. But if I can do something like this, let's see what happens with a few more levels here. So now I was able to kill them, but I didn't actually proc the cloud. Which is kind of weird. Oh yeah. So many creepers, bro. Okay. I don't have enough mana to cast Storm Arrow. Where are my Poison Clouds? Bro, that was insane. That was so bad. What happened to my Poison Clouds? Did I not get full attacks in because I got shot by this guy? The smug alien. But that was a lot of fun. 552 mobs unalived. And again, like, it can get a lot better than that. Yeah, this is like stage 1. Anyway, guys, Poison Nova build. Woo! Very viable build. I think a lot of people will enjoy this a lot.